Good morning. It is March 26th out here in No Man's Land. 26th out here in No Man's Land. 8:58 a.m. We're going to do our morning checks, and although today is April 19th for me, I'm still trying to catch up, obviously. Precision farming dropped for Farming Simulator 22. So we're gonna check that out. We might have to take out a loan to get the equipment to do it, or take out more of a loan to get the equipment to do it, because I really want to take advantage of some of the stuff involved with that. And we're gonna need to take soil samples everywhere. So obviously, as you can see, it says no data found. So expected yield is only 63%. Yield potential at 100%. And I think it should change depending on where we look, but it looks like it's not. Maybe fertilization gets reset once you install the mod. It's in the mod hub. I don't remember where I saw it in the mod hub, which portion of the mod hub it was in. But we're gonna go ahead and take some soil samples. Oh, forgot to do the morning check. Like a dummy, I'm already like running off, getting all excited for it. So we got 93% fermented here, so only a few more days or so we should be able to sell that, probably April 1st or 2nd. Honey, we are at 55 liters, 374 liters of tomatoes, 103 liters of strawberries, and 461 liters of lettuce. We're going to have to move that strawberry pallet soon. I know we could just let the pallets kind of pile up, but I would like to get them onto the trailer ASAP. So let's see here. What is this? 252 liters of wool. We might need to put a bit of grass in there soon, just to top off the sheep. Our chicken's still doing good on food. We have 221 pieces. Our eggs, 221 eggs, and this one should be just a bit less, 143 eggs. I don't know if the soil sampling has anything to do. You should be able to do everything. All the stuff, including vineyards. Yeah, it looks like you can. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the tractor. I'm going to head out to the shop, get a loan to buy the equipment, which is just the soil sample thing. It's the only thing we can really use right now anyway. There is a crop analyzer or scanner or something like that, but the crop needs to be a bit bigger than what it is. You know, obviously it needs to be grown out of the ground first, but it needs to be bigger. I don't know what stage of growth it needs to be at, or it needs to be, but we'll find out. I'll see you at the shop. Okay, we're here at the shop, and I've decided you don't need to have a soil sample every single time. We only need it for a little bit. We're just going to lease the Scout, the Isaria Scout, $867. So we're going to lease that, do all of our soil sampling. Hopefully that doesn't like mess with the crops or anything, mess with the sunflowers. I don't think it will. Let's see what happens when you... I mean, I remember this from Farming Simulator 19, but okay, so the circle is roughly the same size. So we'll just go ahead and fold it back up, and I will see you back at the farm, at the homestead, and we'll get started on sampling the soil. Okay, we're back at the homestead, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the sampling on the grapes. It seems to be the easiest one to do. So we'll head down one of the middle ones here, and we'll go until the green circle is just on the edge getting close, getting close. Right about there seems good. So we gotta lower it down, take the soil sample. And it fills up a little cup, as you can see right there, little cup of soil there. Alright, so then we'll head to the edge of the already sampled soil, and we'll do it again. It's kind of rough terrain in here. Although that's just about right. I remember getting stuck in vineyard dirt before. It was was it summertime, I believe? Or no, it was getting closer to winter, so I believe the grapes had been, you know, the vineyard had died off, or, you know, they were getting turned over, and the dirt's dry because they're no longer watering it because the harvest had already happened. So just that's a little life tip. Don't drive onto vineyard dirt when it's dry, because your tires will sink in real quick. I actually learned that from a fellow employee. If you if you drive into wet vineyard soil, you won't get stuck, mostly. And if you drive into dry, you'll get stuck. But the opposite is true for orchards. So if you drive into dry, you shouldn't get stuck. Like if you have to do like a U-turn of any kind or something, and you're next to like a vineyard and it's dry, don't go too far into the vineyard because you'll get stuck. And then what was the other thing? Yeah, let's see, wet orchard soil will get you stuck because it sinks in really bad. Something like that. He was trying to be helpful because it was my first year working, driving about. So it was pretty helpful. The only thing that kind of stunk was I didn't hear that tip sooner. So far we're at 6 soil samples taken. We're trying to maximize the amount of space for these samples. It's kind of a little difficult to do just because our fields are a little strange shaped. I don't know how much it's going to cost to send the samples off. Hopefully not too much. Trying to make sure I don't go too far to miss out on a portion of the field. Now, I'm not sure how much each soil sample requires money-wise for analysis. Okay, so that should cover both the top and bottom of the soil here. And we'll just drive along the top and make sure we get what spots we can. See, like this little top bit right here was missed. And we'll try and get it within some more. There we go. And I'm just going to keep taking the soil samples, and then I'll bring you back once all the soil samples have been taken. We'll see how much it costs to send it off to the lab. We'll see in just a little bit. Alright, so we're on the last few soil samples here. And we'll be able to return the scout when we're finished. And as you can see, the environmental score here, we're almost completely maxed out on soil sampling, which I believe should be just this amount left, and that should do it. That should put us into 15 points. Environmental score increases your sell prices by 2%. So that's pretty nice. It says we're missing some. Now I don't know if that's correct or that's just what we can get with the current amount of land that we own, or the current amount of plantable area that we own. Maybe I have to analyze them. So we're gonna send these off to the lab. Hopefully it's not too much money. So I'm gonna wait until the lab analyzes them. Oof. Oof. $4,000. That's quite a bit. Okay, so it looks like we got a nice good stretch of loam right here. Some sandy loam. Some loamy sand. And some silty clay up here. Now, what does that mean? So we got 104% potential, 104% potential. Okay. So just like in Farming Sim 19, you can see the possible potential here. Okay. So let's go back on that. Let's deselect. Let's check this out. I wonder if we're just missing some specific spots. Doesn't look like it. No, I think we got all of it for the most part. That one might be a little off. Not sure. But what we can do is we can go through, check out. What do we need to do? So we've got some data we got to work with here. So the pH level is bad. The nitrogen level is bad. Expected yield 100%. Yield potential is 125%. So that's the sandy loam. Let's go up to loam. Okay. Sandy loam. Okay. Let's find that loamy sand spot. I think it's over here. Is it loamy sand that we're looking for? Oh, other field. So let's go check that out. So we're gonna have to respread lime and fertilizer. And I'm gonna set it to automatic because I don't think I'll do very well trying to do it manually. Sandy loam. Let's check out the loamy sand and see what it says. Yield potential 80%, expected yield 74%. Okay, so we want to try and match that bottom number. Yield potential 80%. And what is that? What does that say? 1.5? 1.4 tons per hectare. Is it hectare? I think it's hectare. I think that's how it's pronounced. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. That'd be great. Okay, so nitrogen is perfect. pH value is okay. How do I spread lime in here though? That's my only issue with this. How do you spread lime in orchards is the question. Let's check out grapes. That can use herbicide and liquid fertilizer, but I don't see an option for lime spreading for grapes. Let's see, fertilizer spreaders. Yeah, these are all lime, but I don't necessarily see what we could use for lime spreading in grapes. It might be something that we're gonna have to look at. Not sure. Okay, let's get back to the tractor. First things first is we're going to return the scout. Let's get back to the tractor and see about spreading lime and then spreading fertilizer, so we can see how it works in this instance here. It's probably going to be roughly the same as Farming Simulator 19, I would imagine, with how spreading the fertilizer and lime is with automatic settings. So right now we have fertilizer in the fertilizer spreader. So what we need to do is unload it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and unload it and fill up with the lime instead and start spreading that. Alright, we're going to make sure reference value. I don't know what that means. Deactivate, activate automatic. Yeah, that's what we want. We want the automatic application going, because yeah, trying to change it mid spread would not work out well for me because I would mess it up. So we're gonna try and spread the lime where we can right now. We may very well have to finish that another day too, so I want to try and finish it before March is up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just let it do its thing, spreading it. As far as automatic application, we'll definitely have to buy more lime to do it. Looks like we're missing some spots already. And it looks like the pH value isn't really being affected here. I mean, the pH value is at perfect on these. I mean, the analysis score isn't going up, but I'm also not sure what that means yet. So it's going to be a learning process for myself. Try and figure out what that all means. Okay, so I'm gonna head to the shop and buy some lime bags. And I'll see you back over here, because we probably won't be able to do much else aside from buy the lime bags. We might be able to spread a little bit of it, but it's almost 1600. So I'm gonna get to the shop and I'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, we're coming up on the homestead now, and we have 8,000 liters of lime, so hopefully this is enough to cover what we have, because we're quickly running out of money after spending the money on leasing and everything. I think I can do one pass over this here. I was reading a little bit on how things increase and everything like that in the help menu, but it doesn't really explain the environmental score analysis thing very well. Maybe I'll just give it another couple of reads, and if I still can't seem to figure it out, I'll look something up. I'm sure somebody's already got it figured out. I'll rely on, you know, community knowledge most of the time anyway, because a lot of people know this game way better than I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and park up. We'll do our evening checks of everything. So it looks like pH is perfect here. So our expected yield on this section is 105%, 1.9 tons per hectare. Unfortunately, we can't see how many hectares or acres there are on a field. It kind of goes by this. So we have a total of 3.35 hectares of land, you know, plowed land space, you know, planting area. And then here it's only 0.35. You know what, the other thing too is I'm going to look up if there's a way we can spread lime for orchards. And if it's a mod, I'll download it and check that out. Because I don't want to miss out on yield just because, you know, there's no lime spreader for that. So we're at 66 liters of honey, 392 liters of tomatoes, 140 liters of strawberries, and 471 liters of lettuce. Check the other things over here. Still have our sheep and the bunker silo here. 94% fermented, so we're really quickly approaching being able to sell that, which is going to be great. We have 257 liters of wool. Check our chickens, and then I'll quickly run over to the grapes over there and see if it says anything about yield on there. 221 eggs. This is going to be the same at 221 eggs, and 143 eggs. So let's check the grape field, or the vineyard here, and we'll see with this. It says nothing about yield. I wonder why that is. It says it if you go and look at this here on the side. On the very side, it has something like that, but that's weird. I don't know why it doesn't show it for the rest of the field or the vineyard. Alright, so that's going to do it for today. Tomorrow we're going to be working on getting everything limed and fertilized properly. But for now, I'm going to get some dinner and bathe, get some rest for tomorrow's work. Thanks for stopping by the homestead, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a great night, everyone.